The masked person in black with no face is a recurring motif in people's dreams. However, in contrast to the majority of other symbols that appear in dreams, a person wearing a black hood appears particularly frequently during the hallucinations that occur during sleep paralysis. It is possible to represent a variety of concepts, from evil and death to unknown knowledge and the unknown itself. Therefore, a dream about such a figure can be interpreted in a variety of different ways, depending on the dreamer's history, feelings, and the circumstances that they are experiencing in their waking lives at the time of the dream. If you've been dreaming of a black hooded figure, it could mean something significantly important. If you want to learn what it could entail, keep on watching this video. Before we start, please share the love and subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you're the first one to our new videos. Black hooded figures in mythology. Before delving into the significance of having a dream in which you see people in black hoods, it is important to investigate the presence of such characters in the mythologies of different cultures all over the world. The first step in interpreting any dream is to gain an understanding of the symbolism of the different aspects of the dream. Myths and legends contain the very essence of a thing, which in this case is a figure wearing a hooded black cloak. The hooded spirits. The Roman conquest of Gaul resulted in the development of a new culture known as the Gallo-Roman culture, which left behind sculptures and carvings depicting the hooded spirits. It is a region in Western Europe that stretches from Britain to northern Italy and includes both of those areas. The religious and symbolic significance of the hooded spirits is largely unknown, but it is known that they frequently appear in groups of 3 and sometimes carry eggs with them. Due to the presence of the egg in these spirits, they are associated with life and rebirth. However, the hood aspect represents death, darkness, and mystery. At the end of the day, it's possible that the hooded spirits are supposed to stand for the concealed knowledge of life, death, and rebirth. Telesphorus. It is customary to depict Telesphorus, the child god of healing, with either a hood or a cowl over his head. Despite its origins in Celtic mythology, it is also mentioned in Greek mythology, where it is believed to be the son of Asclepius, the god of medicine. In Celtic mythology, it is known as the stag. Even the word thalis means fulfillment, and phoros means bearer in Greek, so the name itself is of Greek origin. Therefore, Telesphorus is the one who brings about satisfaction. As a god of healing, he represents the process of healing, which is essential for an individual to undergo in order to realize their full potential. Grim Reaper. The figure with the black hood that is considered to be the most recognizable one in the world. In popular culture, death is often personified as a skeleton known as the Grim Reaper. The figure is almost always shown carrying a scythe and dressed in a long robe in contemporary works of art. However, virtually every culture has its own interpretation of the figure known as the Grim Reaper. In some mythologies and religions, the figure in question is female, while in others, the figure in question is male. Having said that, nearly always it is connected with passing away, and sometimes even with malevolence. The majority of the time, it is tasked with the mission of transporting the souls of those who have recently passed away to another realm, which could be heaven, hell, or some other kind of spiritual realm. At other times, it assumes the role of a judge and hands down the ultimate verdict. As a consequence of this, it is not just a portent of ill fortune. The embodiment of death acts as a communicator and intermediary between the living and the dead, as well as between our realm and the other world. It is typically the keeper of information that is only accessible after a person has attained a state of spiritual enlightenment, or, in the case of most people, after they have passed away. Meaning of black hooded figure with no face in dreams. Having a dream in which you see a person wearing a black hood can have a variety of different interpretations and connotations, depending on the specific dream scenario and the circumstances of your life when you're awake. Having said that, The following is a list of general meanings that can assist you in getting started with the analysis of the dream that you had. Death-related. As has been established, a figure wearing a black hood and having no face can be interpreted as representing death. If you see it in your dreams, it could have a number of different meanings related to death. The first thought that crosses the minds of the vast majority of people is that such a figure is an indication that a loved one of yours has recently passed away or is on their way out of this world. There have been numerous accounts of people having dreams about a person wearing a black hood the night before they were informed that a member of their family or a close friend had passed away the very same night. It's possible that the person's soul was being escorted to another realm by Mother Death or the Grim Reaper, and that they were given the opportunity to say their final goodbyes to the people they care about. It's also possible that it's a sign that someone close to you is on their way out of this world. If you had a dream about a person wearing a black hood, and you know of a loved one who is currently battling an illness or is very close to passing away, it would be prudent to pay them a visit as soon as you possibly can. A dream like that could be a sign that their time has come and gone. Your relationship with death. Having a dream in which you see a person wearing a black hood may be a sign that your relationship with death isn't as healthy as it could be or even as healthy as it should be. The fear of death is probably the most common phobia there is, and the vast majority of people are terrified of passing away. On the other hand, developing a positive relationship with the concept of one's own mortality is essential for the process of personal growth. Despite what some people believe, coming to terms with the fact that you, along with everyone else you know, will eventually pass away does not render life meaningless. In fact, the opposite is true. Your awareness of the finite nature of human life should motivate you to maximize the potential of each and every one of your waking hours. The realization that you only have a limited amount of time should serve as motivation for you to improve as a person. It is not worth your time to nurse grudges, engage in pointless debate, or give up on your goals and ambitions in life. Forgive your foes, cherish your friends, and work hard to create the life you've always dreamed of living. If you have dreams about a person wearing a black hood, this could be your subconscious trying to tell you that you either have an unhealthy fear of death or that you don't value your own life as much as you should. Looming danger. Having a dream in which you see a shadowy figure can be interpreted as a cautionary sign that you are about to face some kind of impending threat. You might be suffering from a disease that has not yet been identified, but if you don't get it checked out soon, it could have a significant negative impact on the rest of your life. It is always a good idea to get a checkup on your general health, but you shouldn't be overly concerned about whether or not you have a life-threatening condition that will take your life. If you have dreams in which you see a person wearing a hood at night, this could be a warning about other aspects of your life. You might, for instance, be one of the employees let go as part of a significant layoff at your company, or you might even have a pipe in your house that is leaking. Having said that, we strongly recommend that you try not to worry too much about the impending threat. A dream like this one might just be your subconscious trying to tell you. Read the paragraph that comes after this one. Take care to observe. There is a good chance that your life does not contain any kind of impending risk at this time. On the other hand, a mysterious person or thing might be trying to convey a message to you, telling you that you ought to start paying more attention to the things that are happening in your life. Many people in today's world have become like robots, drifting through their days as though they were programmed to do so. In your dreams, you may have been confronted by a person wearing a hooded black cloak who tried to shake you awake and encourage you to live your life with a heightened awareness. The vast majority of life's challenges can be avoided with much less effort than they require to be overcome. To continue with the earlier illustration of being fired from your job, you could prevent this from happening by working harder. Low self-esteem. The concept of a person's social status and their public image is referred to as their face in many cultures from East Asia and the Middle East. If you dream about a faceless, hooded figure in black, this could be a metaphor for the fact that you've lost your face. A dream like this is symbolic of your self-image, even though it may be connected to your public persona. It suggests that you consider yourself to be an anonymous individual. Some people have these kinds of dreams when they feel like they've let their families down and are an embarrassment to themselves. There are many cases of people dreaming about a black hooded figure with no face every single night for weeks, months, or even years, but the dream ceases to appear the moment the person raises their self-worth and self-esteem to a higher level. If you can identify with these sensations, the best course of action is to seek assistance from trained professionals. Whoever you feel most comfortable talking to about your problems, whether it be a school counselor, a therapist, a friend, a priest, or even a witch, is the person you should consult. The first thing you need to do to improve your situation is have a conversation about the feelings associated with having low self-esteem. Connection to your unconscious. If you have dreams in which you see a person wearing a black hood, it may be a sign that you need to examine your connection to your psyche and your true self. This figure is meant to represent your unconscious mind, which has an effect on your life, even when you are unaware of its presence. The specific interpretation of such a dream is determined by how you felt both during and after the dream, as well as the actions of the figure in the dream. If you did not feel threatened by the figure and even felt affectionate feelings towards it, this is a sign that you are making positive strides toward establishing a connection with your unconscious. It may be an indication that you are maturing as a person and coming to terms with all of your shortcomings and errors. On the other hand, if the figure caused you to feel threatened or even scared, it may have been a representation of your shadow, which is located in your unconscious mind. The shadow is made up of all of the aspects of yourself that you despise, such as the urges and desires that are buried deep within you, but which you refuse to acknowledge. If you are afraid of it, then it indicates that you are trying to hide who you are as a person underneath the fear. Final words. The meaning of a dream in which you see a figure in a black hood depends on your current state of mind, the circumstances of your life, and the lessons you've learned in the past. In some contexts, it may stand for doom or peril, while in others, it may refer to wisdom and information that is kept hidden from the public eye. However, regardless of the context, it is a symbol of your unconscious mind, which is attempting to convey an essential message to you. Share the love and subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell so you're the first one to our new video.